Do you like Miatas? Tribe Called Quest.
I'll pull that out.
Mics are really loud though.
Quiet on set. I just like saying that. All right, who wants to intro this one?
Welcome to Daily Transmission Tangents.
Nobody likes when you talk. Anyone else?
Wow. They don't call him Scumbags Gato for a reason.
It's just because you're so handsome. What's up, Hurt?
Just working.
He's lying. It doesn't actually work.
It's not even his desk.
This computer's not even on.
We had to post and put something in on that screen.
All right, so what's going on with Miata?
The future of the Miata?
Yeah.
You know, after we totaled it, Hurt had the great idea to put the caster on, and it sucked, and it's always sucked. Really, the only thing it's ever done cool has been when Zach jumped it over the
First
ramps.
up.
There you go, you can see now.
Yo, this thing looks sick without a right here.
Okay, is that two big dudes in one car? Oh! We didn't destroy it! We didn't destroy it!
So we polled our YouTube audience the other day because there's apparently this thing called YouTube Community, which is like, I don't know, up in the top tab or something, and we can ask you guys questions and post things there. And I guess if you subscribe, you get notifications, so one more reason to subscribe. We asked the poll the other day, and it said, should we drive over with the tank? Should we build it into a death cart? Or should we give it away to someone? What do you guys think? What do you think?
Really
people want
hope
us to do?
A or C.
It almost got totaled with a tank. I thought it was gonna happen that day.
So actually,
There's
it's
no fun in
it's
it.
an
We're gonna cover
overwhelming
that.
81% turn it into death cart.
That's what we gotta do?
I mean, by the way, that's 66,000 votes. So it's not like 8 people thought it was a good idea to turn it into a death cart. Yeah.
That was my next question.
All right.
So Hurt, you think we drift cart it, or?
Death cart would be cooler than what it is.
Although I think it needs a better name than death cart.
Death cart's a stupid name.
Can we just call it some Miata that doesn't suck?
Like rainbow.
All right, so here we go. Here's an assignment for all of you. Figure out a name for the Miata. First off, shit car is a name only for the BMW. The Miata is not allowed to have a shit car name. It's such a high level of.
It's like an honor.
Yeah, it's a pedestal name. For
It's a Halo project.
It's a Halo project out of the donut garage. The Miata doesn't deserve that, yet it needs to earn a name like that. So, I don't know. Let's think of a name for the Miata cart. And if you don't like it, we'll override it and veto it and just name it whatever we like, which is what we did with shit car.
Yeah.
So,
But at least they came up with some decent names for it, but then we just really liked shit car. Even though you, right off the bat, were like, we can't name it shit car, but then we just fell in love.
I said we couldn't name it shit car because we'd get flagged by YouTube, and sure enough, now we get flagged by YouTube every time we say shit car. So, oh well.
And now for something completely different.
So here we are. Another episode. Oh no, this is just a segment.
Yeah, it's just a segment.
Another segment of Drawing with John.
Yep.
Well, you know my name is Simon, and I like to do drawings.
So what are we gonna talk about today?
Today we're gonna talk about a piece that we brought back. And it's actually, I'm actually happy we brought it back because I never got one.
Really?
I never got it. It sold,
That
actually sold
sucks.
really well actually. So we brought back Midnight Marauders, and this is it right here. So This is a hat tip totally to
Tribe Called Quest.
Can I kick it?
Yep.
A Tribe Called Quest.
Quest from 1993.
For those of you too young to remember, A Tribe Called Quest was like a really influential hip hop group out of Queens, where I'm from, in the 90s. First album, I don't even like the first album, but first album is, how am I blanking? Whatever, doesn't even matter. Second album, Low End Theory.
Yep.
Third album, Midnight Marauders.
So normally what people would do with Midnight Marauders, they would take the green, red, black, and yellow stripe pattern, and then incorporate it into a design.
That was what the cover looked like. If we sat here and ran you through every shirt we ever made, like 95% of them are influenced by something completely separate from automotive.
Yeah.
A lot of it was inspired by like old punk rock bands, some of the early stuff we did. I mean, the Tire Slayer shirt is immediately from Slayer.
Yes.
There's so much stuff that, you know, we did, like God Saves the Queen. We did God Saves the Hoonigans. I mean, we've always been inspired by music. It's one of the things that I think all of us have a really, really wide range of what we listen to, whether it's like punk, hip hop, rock.
Or all of it, actually.
Yeah. But anyway, so I mean, for us, it was like, we actually created the shirt kind of just random. It was before their new album came out. It was before Fife died. Rest in peace, Fife Dog. But it was just something that, do you remember initially how it came about?
March 15th, it was the first sketch I did in the building. That's when we first moved here.
When we first moved into this building.
First moved here. It was the first sketch I did, March 15th. Originally, the design was geared towards our Super Street collab.
Oh, right.
And then we went to Hot in the Streets, which came out.
Yeah, we did a collab with Super Streets, and we were just kind of trying to think of something. And I don't know, we were playing around with words, and I think jokingly, one of us said like something with the word midnight. And that's because like, whenever you think of like random Japanese company names, like the word midnight and panda and club and racing all go together really well. So we were sort of playing around with Midnight Club Panda Racing, which is actually an inside joke with some of my old friends. But and then it was like, well, what about Midnight Marauders? And I was like, what if we?
I was kind of listening to the record when we were doing this.
Yeah, we were sort of like, just rework
Yeah.
that into something that was automotive and became Midnight Marauders. Because like, why don't you walk us through the design?
So here's the original sketch, and here's a fun fact.
Oh look, it says Super Street on it. Because
Yeah.
that was originally,
That's originally
for the
for.
Super Street collab.
So here's a fun fact. I was looking at Gym 7 photos of Larry took of Ken underneath the freeway. This is basically Ken from Gym 7.
Yes.
Open face, goggles, the
Yep.
bandana. So sorry, Ken, it's you. And then change the treatment on the letters a little bit to be something bolder, and then just followed it up with the Hoonigan logo. And then the final piece ends up being what we have today. It only came out in black and white, and I added the
My favorite colorway.
yeah, and I added Keep It Rolling, which is track 11 on the album. All right,
But this is currently available in the store.
this is back.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
it's probably just back for a limited time. So if you like it,
Yeah.
pick it up. It's funny because I haven't seen the shirt in a while, but I came to the office today and like 3 or 4 people are wearing it. Like Kanan was wearing it, Johnny was wearing it. I was like, I haven't seen that shirt in a while. So, and I'm always stoked when we get to bring shirts back because like sometimes we'll make a shirt and it'll sell out so fast that even some of us who work here
Don't even get it.
don't even get it.
So here's a new piece that just finished up last night, this morning. So this will be stage 1 of we're still calling it shit car.
Sure, shit car.
So this will be a sticker. Who knows if it does well? Maybe it'll move over. Not sure. So the idea is as this car evolves, we'll do a new sticker. So we'll stars and bars.
So you already owe stars and bars, and then the current setup, all white.
Yes, and then we'll do our next.
And then the next setup, which some people noticed back here at some point.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll Easter egg stuff.
Yeah.
You think you caught us, we did on purpose.
Yeah. That way you can sprinkle in some new stuff you
Yeah,
see.
it gives you more reasons to watch DTT.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm drawing something.
But we can't tell about that.
No, I mean, they can watch.
Oh, you can draw right now.
Yeah, we can draw right now.
What do you draw?
This is a piece basically for Vinny. Impact gun.
Ooh, the Send It, NASCAR
Just
Send
send
It.
Yep.
So we did this last time. I think a lot of people were stoked to see kind of a little bit of behind the business of what we do here and everything. And you know, this company started, you know, I don't want to say we started, but we were always a lifestyle kind of automotive brand. We just like cars, we do stuff around cars, but apparel was always a really big part of it and early on. it was something that, we all really kind of focused on every day. And I think that, you look at a lot of the stuff that we make and everything has a backstory, like a ton of things. There's a reason we did something this way. And it's cool to be able to explain that. But I think a lot of you guys, especially like the more design geeks, like we're really interested in like what your process was, how you shoot, how you put stuff together. So how does it, why don't you explain to them? I know, because I worked with you for years on it, but how does something come from idea to sketch and then like translate it to digital and then actually on the shirt? Like what's your process and your steps for that?
If it's a piece like Midnight Marauders, it was drawn on paper, scanned in, tightened up, lined up in Illustrator, and then sent out to print. And then other pieces like...
And you drew everything when you drew the font for that.
Yeah.
Thing, so
yeah. Here's the deal. I got called out one time, long time ago. I did one piece for myself, and it had a font on it that was kind of hot at the time. It became really hot. I remember someone was like, "Oh, OMG used that font for something." And after that day, I'm like, I'm never gonna try these fonts again. Just nothing against Drew, nothing. It was just funny. I'm like, So ever since then, I'm really focusing. That was probably 2010, and I was never really strong at letter styles because I always had like some of my best friends were really great at typography. And I would just ask them to help out, but now I've been focusing the last 2 years really on drawing letter styles, typefaces.
Which John hates me for, because I love typography and it's something that like I'm really into, and it's probably coming from graffiti, and so I'll sit there and be like, why does your R do that?
He hates this art, dropped R.
Yeah, dropped R is just not cool.
Doesn't.
It's like unless it's
so when I'm at
the
home,
Wild Wild West, like why are you gonna drop an R?
I go home, get silly with those R's.
And for those of you who are real typography nerds,
put that
check this out right here. So, anyway, another segment, Drawing with John, where I come in here and just tell you what John's doing, and then John tells you what John's doing. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell us if there's anything else you want to see. We're gonna keep going through different products that are available currently, give you the backstory on it, show you a tease of what's coming up, and then also talk about other things that are maybe in the pipeline. So, that's it.
Cool. You can leave. I'm gonna get back to work.
Oh, okay, work.
Yeah, sorry. It's been nice seeing you again. Ta-da. That's it. So this is an initial sketch. My whole process is I put it down on paper, so I'm totally like thinking about it, and I know what I'll change in it to when I get to final. But what it is a good exercise to show people that you can break down pretty much anything into simple shapes. So like this is a cylinder, this whole thing's a cylinder. You can make the handle into a cylinder, or you could even make it into like a rectangle, so it has like a front face and a side face. This is a cube. So when you get done, you just cut them all up and show how this works in other things that are familiar with people. I got my top secret book #1. Here's some exercises of simple shapes, and shows you like these are pretty identifiable. And you can tell what they are just by the simple shapes.
I bet I know who would know what this one is.
Oh, I'm guarantee you he knows what that is. But yeah, so that's an exercise in simple shapes. This is how I kind of do a rough sketch. And then from this, I'll probably just shoot a photo of it instead of scanning it, and I'll start lining it up. One thing I know for sure I'll change though is that normally these are actually longer. So this would come out a little bit, and it should be a 1/2-inch drive, so this should be larger. But you get the basic idea. It's cool, I'm out.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
This is yet another new segment called Nope-isodes. You know, episodes that got noped. There's like actually a bunch of times we film things and they just don't work out. And we end up just kind of sitting on the footage, but we figured, hey, let's share you some of the better parts of it. A really good friend of ours, Reese, who owns the Pike Bar and Grill, which is kind of one of our favorite spots, has been even before we were here in Long Beach. They're here in Long Beach and have always kind of been a home to everyone who would come out for drifting at a at Long Beach Formula D, and also for Long Beach Grand Prix. The owner happens to be a massive motorsports fan. He refers to his bar as a motor sports bar. Anyway, he also happens to be the drummer, Social Distortion. So for yes.
He came in '84.
Oh, let John talk about this. He's way better at this stuff.
So Chris was in the Lude, which is like an awesome punk rock band, and they joined Social D in '84, and I stayed with him until 1992. And then he got the Pike, and he runs antique shops, and he's definitely ingrained in Long Beach, for sure.
So I used to always refer to him as the mayor of Long Beach, because when we first moved here, like, he set us up with like our real estate agent and everybody to find this place. And when we first moved in, like, we hadn't even told him we signed the lease yet, and like he showed up outside to like welcome us to the neighborhood. Anyway, really good dude, and he also has a bunch of cool cars. One of which is a 56.
56 Wagon.
Yeah, 56 Chevy Wagon, and he used to bring it here all the time and started to develop a problem. So we figured, hey, let's do the dude a favor. He's always been really good to us. Multiple times he's made our drink bill disappear, which is nice after a night of drinking at the Pike. And yeah, we've thrown multiple parties there, and sometimes it gets out of hand and things get broken and we feel bad, but he always lets us come back. So Reese is just a rad dude. If you go to the Pike, there's Hoonigan posters there. There's actually a Hoonigan parking spot there. So we figured, let's pay him back. So we decided to put a transmission in his car. Unfortunately, everything went wrong, and what we thought was going to take a day or two ended up taking like 2.5 weeks. And a lot of you called it out because you would see the car in the background of shots, and people would be like, yo, what's up with that 56, or what's up with that Tri-5? Anyway, here's a little small sample of what that was, and it's a quick build breakdown, a little bit of history behind the man, Chris Reese. And some of Darnell putting the car in. I think we had to like build a bracket or something like that.
Yeah, that was one of the, it's an old car, so there's a lot of things that happen with old cars. Like people will weld in transmission mounts and cross members, and you can't take them out. So that's what happens. So Cacao, you want to go do a build breakdown with me?
No, but I'll see what you guys are building.
Okay, well, our good friend Chris from the Pike stopped by, and he has a cool little vehicle.
Pike's good.
It's good, right? It's good.
Yeah, what is it, the Mahi sandwich?
Mahi sandwich is good? Yes. A really good thing about the Pike, though, is that it has probably the best jukebox in all of Long Beach.
Let me get a door for it.
Dude, any time of the day, it'll have bangers playing any time of the day you go there. It's perfect. There he is.
Here I am.
Chris, how's it going? What'd you bring by today for us?
My old Chevy Wagon. I brought by, I've had it since I was 15. It was my first car.
Were you still dragging around with this in Social D days?
Yeah, this was the car that I drove around, and we played gigs in San Francisco, and we'd load all our gear up and get on the road, haul our gear up, drive all night to San Francisco, and play shows, and drive back. We played all up and down the coast, and hauled equipment, guitars and amps and drums. It all fit.
So what do we have ahead of us?
Well, the thing with these is that 50s, 5, 6, and 7s, they have something unique to them. One, they have the front motor mounts. They're actually on the left and right side, right next to the timing chain cover, instead of having side mounts. The reason why is they actually didn't have, originally they didn't come with a trans mount at the tail shaft end of it. They actually bolted from the bell housing to these horns right here. Someone went ahead and fabbed up one and welded it directly into the frame. So getting this transmission out is not going to be a fun thing for Cacao and Darnell, which is, he's right there.
So Darnell, you ready to let Cacao take lead on this?
Sure, I would love to see it.
So everyone probably wondering why we're gonna let Cacao work on this, and the fact is that before Cacao does, what does even Cacao do? What we do know is that when he was a teenager, his dad owned a transmission shop. So while he doesn't actually know how to fix a transmission, he knows how to take one out and put a new one in. And luckily we've got a new one over there. Cacao doesn't know this yet though, so it's gonna be a fun day explaining to him that he has to do a tranny job.
So you get dirty again. You had so much experience growing up. How do you feel about reliving some of that with Chris's transmissions?
I don't.
Removal. Why not?
Because they're gonna get dirty.
Yes, you will get dirty. This car's very dirty.
Yeah, I seen the bottom of it. It's not
very
clean.
dirty. It drips and stuff on your hair.
Yeah,
It's
look,
gross.
there's already shit on the ground. He's already like, it's been up there for a
It says
while.
it just got up there. It's old. It's what happens when you have old cars.
Well, that's great. You can do a good job doing it yourself.
Well, come on, you can just look at it real quick and give you a professional assessment. It's amazing.
I'll take this off carefully. I will not pull that out because there's no drain plug and there's still burnt, gross transmission fluid in there, so I ain't touching that. So pulling the drive shaft out, you're on your own.
So you'll just loosen up U-joint straps.
I'll take out these U-bolts. I'll pull that out. That's about it.
Okay.
I'm not reaching up to disable any of these linkages. I am not trying to wheel my way into finding the bell housing bolts, so you can forget about that. And this cross member is welded in, so that ain't happening.
We got this all wrapped up, made a bolt-in cross member, got the new trans in, got all the lines hooked up, new torque converter, shift linkage is hooked up. I think all we need to do is top off the trans fluid, hook the battery up, and we're done. So we hooked the kickdown back up. There was a bracket that holds your dipstick in place. It was kind of broke off, welded that back on, made the cross member, so it unbolts, it actually comes back out. Repacked this wheel bearing and adjusted it. Cleaned your air cleaner. It's not blue anymore. I don't know if you liked it oversprayed blue, but.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no worries, man. You ready to go for a test drive?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Birds, huh? Can you get it out of here?
Oh yeah, that shifts like butter.
Right? You can't even feel it, right?
I didn't even feel that at all.
I missed the story. How long have you had it for?
I got it when I was 15. This was my first car. I didn't even have a driver's license.
Man, I've never been able to keep a car that long.
I bought and sold over 50 cars in my life.
But this one just did it.
This is the one I just managed to keep. Because at that point I'd had it so long, it's like you can't get rid of it when you've had it for a certain amount of time. You just end up keeping it.
All right, sir.
Thanks a million, Darnell.
Oh, no worries, dude.
Come on, bring the boys by my shop and have a couple of tall chili ones.
We'll do it.
Return the favor.
Right on. Take it easy, boss.
Housekeeping. No, so anything new?
A brew with?
A brew with is at midnight. If you guys haven't noticed, we're doing 8 a.m., but we just went to midnight, so it's Fridays at midnight now. If you're not watching it, you should be. What else?
Get a lot of people hitting me up about coming down to do two-wheel stuff here. Do we let motorcycles come down? We don't do two-wheel, I know. Yeah. I'm aware. I know where I work.
Some dude was here at the outside yesterday asking about it, and we don't do two-wheel.
Bikes are really loud, though. Like, I feel like
so much
bikes equal cops.
Yeah, but bikes you can do inside and do gnarly stuff.
I know. I've been wanting to make the Suicide Machine Co. guys do like sick shop line on like turbo sportsters and stuff.
I mean, we're not gonna make a habit of it, but If you guys want to see some two-wheel stuff, let us know. Maybe we'll organize some two-wheel stuff. It's really just Zach pushing it internally. So the rest of us all like 4 wheels in a cage. So with age comes a cage, bro.
Is that a wrap?
Yeah, good.
I don't know. I gotta.
Here you go, man. Get back to it.
Look at those gains. This is a crankshaft out of Leah Pritchett's top fuel car. It's really, really, really heavy.